Good idea, I think.
Weakened. This is our chance.
Cannot. Will not. Submit.
Even bound, its will is stronger than anything you've ever felt. The chains shake, threaten.
It's vulnerable, but not defeated. You... almost defeated.
Will is weakening. We have the upper hand. Time to end this! The nether brain's ours! This is it! Its will is weakening!
This is our chance. Farewell to the Nether Brain.
What should I do?
Impossible. Denial.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Evil. Pain. Fear. Terror. Reconsider. Assess. Implore. Surrender.
There. At last. It is subdued.
Spare me. Join me. Wield me. Become absolute.
And thus, I honor my mother's legacy. The grand design, once again, ended by my line.
The brain is on the cusp of its final thought, and it's taking all of Orpheus's strength to keep it there. An opportunity, perhaps.
My master. I must obey. I must end.
Hopes, nightmares, and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn lipids. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. Your tadpole burns in your brain. Silence. For the first time in a long time, your thoughts are entirely your own. And then, gravity. Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For this.
Should have learned to bloody swim. Can't believe I almost drowned at the last hurdle.
My powers, they're draining. Just like Mazora said they would. A small price to pay in the grand scheme of things.
Fucking hell. It's over.
I can't feel the tadpole. They must have all died with the brain. Not that there's necessarily anything wrong with being a mind flayer, of course.
Even when my time in the prism stretched out like eternity, when escape seemed impossible, I never lost hope. I knew that my destiny was to liberate my people, to return to them triumphant. I was wrong. It seems I can only fulfill one part of my destiny. My people will be liberated, but I cannot return to them. Not like this. You helped me destroy that abomination. Now help me destroy myself. You must kill me. But first, Lae'zel, I need your promise. Carry my hope. Carry my burden. Call my dragons, Kulos and Kuthos, and ride to the Astral Sea. Destroy Blackith. Release our people. Be our future and our legacy.
Duty. All my life, I've traveled in its slipstream, not once questioning its path. In its service I came here, and now I will carry your hope, Prince Orpheus, and I will carry your burden. But to that burden I must add my own, the loss of those I leave behind.
Lach crushed Macvlek. So be it. Now, give me my freedom from this form. Gitka Tavkim crushed.
Kulos! I can never forget you. Your name will be etched in our slates. You will be called Mlagir, Liberator. To the skies!
The Githyanki are departing in peace. Curious sight in a day already full of them.
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city, smouldering, waiting to be rebuilt. But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere.
Gale? You seem distracted. Does something trouble you?
The crown. It's somewhere in the Chiontha. If I salvage the stones, I can reforge it. With the crown in my hands, I would be unstoppable. The casts I weave would be mine to command. I would be more than the greatest wizard who ever lived. I would be a god. That day cannot come soon enough. But first, I must retrieve the crown. Have patience a while, and I will return to you, carrying immortality in one hand and offering you ascension with the other. I will be a god, as will you.
I've never been on first-name terms with a god before. It could have its perks. I can't imagine Mystra will take it lying down. Floating. However, gods relax. Still, good luck to him. I'm sure he'll go far. So, what's next for us? The world is our oyster, and she has many pearls we can choose from.
Yes. Baldur's Gate will rise ever stronger.
I honestly don't mind what we do once we get to the... Ow! What the... Oh, no. Oh, God. Well, it was nice when it lasted. Ah! I'm sorry. I have to go.
Astarion. Gods, what a horror. To feel the sun on your skin for so long, only to be forced back into the shadows.
We did it, soldier. The city's going to be all right. And so are you. Engine's finally cooked. Held on just long enough. So, how'd I do? So are you. My friend. My companion. I adore you. Careful! Hot! I never gave up. I did my best. I did my best. It's the one thing I can't beat, isn't it? I wanted to live in my city with my friends. But life is for the living. And I saw... Goodbye, son. Goodbye, sea. Goodbye. You can't. All right. I can't hang on much longer.
It's over. And it's all because of you. You, who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid empire, no death god's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate.
Well, soldier, here we are. It worked. My engines calmed down. I shouldn't have let you come here. This isn't going to be easy, you know. Zariel's going to come at us with everything she's got. Gods, like clockwork. They'll be on us soon, but there's just enough time. Thought I was done with these. But then, there was you. Imps are fast, but careless. Don't let them tire you out, just get rid of them. And don't forget, you asked for this. Better let these fuckers know I'm back. And this time, I'm not alone.
When the invitation came, you were hip-deep in Lemur's slime, swarmed by hell wasps, and about to drive the killing blow on a magma claw. Cutting through the dreadful buzz of the wasps and the screams of the damned, a familiar, comforting voice echoed in your mind. Withers, he requested your attendance in Faerun, to gather with your friends and allies, those who stood against the Absolute at your side. A reprieve from the Blood War. A few hours of respite with the stars above and good company to cheer you. Karlach's heart can take the strain of leaving Avernus for a few short hours, but it might burst with joy to see those friends again.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
The material plane. I've almost forgotten what it's like.
I cannot remember the last time I heard the ballad of the Endless Spring performed. Now there's a...
Starting to wonder if you'd show up. honestly. So have I. Oh, come here, will you? It's been forever. You feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I take it. I'm not entirely sure I'd agree. In fact, I found a nice meadow not far from where I live now. Every now and again, I'll spend the night there. For old time's sake. I'm glad you seem well. Trudy. I had no doubt. But I'm glad to hear you say it all the same. Wandering, mostly. The adventuring life is almost a tonic when you're not constantly threatened by brain monsters and cultists. I can finally see the world beyond the cloister. One of my first stops was the House of the Moon in Waterdeep. It's the largest temple of Selûne in existence. It seemed like the perfect spot to reflect on my parents, on where they came from. And where I came from too, I suppose. Hard to imagine, isn't it? Me, of all people, in the lair of the Moon Witch herself. Gods, your truest act of heroism was putting up with all that char and drivel I was spouting for so long. Oh, I know they are. I can still sense them, I think. And one day we'll be reunited. I don't know. Which is just the way I like it. I'd like to see the islands, maybe, or head south to Arm. I heard there's an enclave of... But enough about me. What have you been up to? Don't be a stranger. I've missed wine. Had to resort to making my own cider recently, which isn't bad. Though you might be onto something there. Though, oh, twist my arm. Never gets old. Don't be a stranger.
Left is right, and trespass
Now
is well.
there's a face I know well indeed.
So very stubborn.
And don't you forget it.
Aha! I hoped I'd see you here. I imagine this must be quite a shock. Whatever you're feeling, do not be afraid. Still me, just an improved version. Not to be overly pedantic, but they are my powers now. I imagine you're wondering how all this came to be. The finer points of divine ascension are beyond mortal comprehension, I'm afraid, but I can provide a rudimentary sequence of events. First, I retrieved the crown of Karsus and reforged it using a series of precise and highly complex Netherese incantations. Then, I used it. As you know, the orb within me was the half-formed Karsite Weaver. Magic left incomplete by Karsus' self-destruction. I finished it. Using the crown of Karsus, I turned it into a new form. As expected, Mystra was unwilling to hand over the reins of the weave, so I've claimed dominion over another area which I've passing familiarity. Ambition. I don't recall. I confess, I expected Raphael to come knocking with that infernal contract we signed. But strangely enough, he never showed his face. Intimidated, no doubt. I can say this much for now. Mystra is welcome to her dominion. My aims are set a little higher than offering cursory blessings to just any half-decent spellcaster. I exist, not to bestow favors on my followers, but to inspire them to seize their destinies for themselves, exactly as I did. I'm their proof. Proof their hopes are not barren wastes, but the loamy soil in which their future achievements will flourish. Proof that with ambition, anything is possible. Ao would prefer to let the cosmic dust settle from my unexpected ascension before considering my right to grant my followers such power. I'm sure it'll come around in a millennium or so. And by then, there are already several shrines in my honor scattered across the outer reaches of Thay, and rumors of a very prominent temple under construction in Arm. This is only the beginning. I see you won't be claiming the domain of all in good time, my love. For now, you're finding it hard to stay away from me. Perfectly understandable. Resist for now. Enjoy the night. Tara, you must practice acceptance. My new powers are to be utilized. Don't fear.
Even the Duke deserves a night off.
I remember one
The only thing
Well, look who decided to turn up. I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. And look at you, straight from the hells, still reeking of brimstone. I take it you've been having fun. Understandable, although I do like the style. Tortured armor never does go out of fashion. Cheeky. I've been very well behaved, thank you. I've taken a turn as an adventurer and hero. It turns out no one actually cares about murder, as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it. Yes, but you say all sorts of things. Honestly, I don't even listen half the time. It has made for a nice change, though. Inspiring hope in people, instead of terror. Well, I do try to inspire a little terror. I'm still me, after all. Hardly. Good people don't... You know, it's funny. At first, I thought I was trapped by the shadows. Cursed to live in them forever. But in time, I realized that darkness is as much a part of me as my fang. I decided not to be defined by the choices other people made, by what other people did to me. My past may be done, but my present, my future, they're mine. This is who I am, in all my glory, for better and for worse. That being said, I haven't completely given up on returning to the sun. If the opportunity presented itself, well, I wouldn't say no. But until then, I am happy. We've had quite the journey, you and I. From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special. Someone to take on the world with. I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this isn't goodbye. So much as it's, see you later, darling.
You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company. We have all pined for each other's company. That bond was forged in a crucible that can never be... I know it can. For I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day. I always do. Should I ever decline... That was more than worth the wait. That was more than worth the... Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing. In that case, very well. Our community grows rapidly. In 6 months, we have turned what was what. The old masonry of Moonrise Towers and Rythwin have been repurposed into new homes. And the land is rich. It is, truly. Though a more complex, evolving beast than I could... We welcome folk from all walks of life. Anyone who wishes for a new start. Naturally, it can be chaotic at times, but it is... You are welcome whenever you... Now, please, tell me all, and spare no details. Their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. Another story, Daddy Halsin. Another is the chorus that greets me here. They have all but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. You would ask to be tucked in next. But whatever the intrepid adventurer needed, I would have been glad to... More than a few, I should think. At least I shall be equipped to explain the birds and the beasts. I am all ears. Though I never cared for that phrase. A rather... unsettling image. You have kept... I shall be able to keep the... Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself for the evening. As much as I would like to. I shall leave you to the others for now. Unless there was anything else. They ask us to make a child smile. I spend... As for roaming, that impulse has dwindled, as did I, but... Amazing what can be discovered about oneself. On occasion, but I prefer not to interfere. Even Korga may yet find true balance, thanks to her influence. Before you go, I have something for you. Just a little keep. Ducks are my favorite, but I thought they were particularly fitting in this case. Yet, they always find their way back to where they belong. Just like just a token to remember me by. Now, I've taken up...
There you are. I was hoping you'd make your way over. Good song, good company, good wine. I wish it could last forever.
friends amidst nature. What more could I wish for?
Past-made present. I'm glad for it. For this.
You're relieved. You can touch, taste, and talk. But your fleshy body is in limbo. The home of the Mr. Githzerai God King, Menya. Should the Githzerai join you?
What's the word on the rebellion? I presume you've cracked open more kith than you did keep count. I'm afraid since we last met, my corpse count remains a paltry. Rebuilding a city, bargains must be made. Coin must change. Still, I make the decisions not a devil of the first hell. I've had more than a few challenges. The people know me as one of the champions who saved their beloved city. The patriarchs, the aristocracy, the councils of Waterdeep and Arm. Still, there's no friction that can't be greased with a sly promise or a proposition. Disbanded. I don't expect a soldier or street sweeper to... But the city's lords and ladies, Liara Porter is now Grand Duke of the Wilds. Floric is now Grand Duke of the Crossing. The face of devotion. And I am Will Ravengard, Grand Duke of the Worm, Heart of the Gate. We will yet be four. Until such time and after, Baldur's Gate is nothing without its citizens, both in the upper and lower. Our duty is to them, and only them. The jewel of the coast will shine ever bright, welcoming the weak. We are building new housing, not just shanties, but homes where families can rest their head. Amazing what can be done when Parliament and the Council pressure the upper city elites to open. I'm sure the Silver Shields can make do without a few more jeweled crowns. I've entrusted the fist to Floric. She commands the Flaming Fist with as brave a heart as ever. And the likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No, Bane's chosen primed the fist with a few exceptions. Floric's pardoned every last fist. I will not make them drink the poison of my own resentment. Like my father, she believes in the bow and the blade. But valor is found not in the wound. May they all take it to heart. Of course. I've missed you. If I had to do it all over again. Never. The Hex is an eldritch blast, so I stoked a new one. Now the burning comes from within me. Go on. The night's young. Or waste a single...
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the music choice. You have no idea who I am, do you? I thought Withers might have set the stage a little. I thought honoring the worthy was a fair price to pay for Withers to pull me out of the fugue plane. Languishing in obscurity. Before I was banished to the fugue plane, I had song prayers come... I'm washed up, I'm afraid. You. Finally! The scribe picks an adventurer of substance, of culture. What can I do you? Your wish is my... etc. What song do you want? Fantastic idea.
Our skeletal friend. Oh, you might help me with the tight eye. Perhaps. Your success. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You.
Powers are to be utilized, feared.
For two, I never... Nothing but ally. Seeing you brings me It's nice to hear it. It's taken a dozen Gish's talent. Worth it, I'd say. I miss Shractalor. I wouldn't expect you to. The capital city of the Githzerai, an exiled people, once kin with mine. Our Gish sent word of the rebellion to their god kings. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance. Exactly the reaction. My blade is keen as ever. Sometimes, a sincere... Minyara Gith isn't... I am the my people. But you've heard that soon. I miss this place. Now go. I'll be back.
Well, there, the god of ambition. Not in the least. You were looking out for him. Like then you'd best not have any...
This one night is like any other, and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate, until such time it requires saving again. How dost thou feel? I am pleased to hear it. Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at least that much. What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen. The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself. But for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready. For thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving. To you.
So, it's time for me to return to the heavens. The question is, do you wish to go with me? To become a god at my side? That is for you to decide, my love. Ambition made me what I am. What drives you, we have yet to discover. Your domain will come to you as you settle into divinity. I can't wait to see what you'll become. Then follow my lead. Close your eyes. How do you feel? And that's just the beginning. I have so much more to show you.
caress is cold as death. Cold as death. I didn't know you well back then. I blame it on all luck and pain. Luck and pain. Your blood like wine, I want it in. Oh darling, get me drunk and make me feel it's not my fault, I'm not to blame. These ain't my sins, I broke my chains. There's more to do and I still want to live.
I feel your breath upon my neck, a soft caress as cold as death. Cold as death. I feel your heart beat in my soul, our futures bound, our bodies know. Bodies know. Your blood like wine, I want it in. Oh darling, get me drunk, invite me. It's not my fault, I'm not to blame. These ain't my sins, I broke my chains. There's more to do if I can only leave.
There thou art, the dead three. Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou soughtst to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.